Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing a new little install today. I'm getting a lot of knock in my steering wheel that's going down through my gas pedal and everything like that. It's super annoying. So what I looked online for was a little tip onto what's going on, and everybody said it's the steering shaft. So I'm gonna give that a try. I ordered one, the Borgeson. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Let's see. It's a 951 part number. It's for the, this one's a 2007 Dodge Ram 2500, sorry, and has a Cummins in it. And so here's a couple of the steps that I did to start off. First off, you need to disconnect the nut right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's gonna be a nut that goes on right below the boot. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little. So it's gonna go right there, right below that accordion boot. You're gonna take that nut off, and I used my impact because that sucker was on there good, and I used a 1/2 inch. Let's see if you can see that. Whatever. It's a 1/2 inch socket on my impact. The next one you're gonna need to do, you're gonna climb under here. Let me get on my cart. You're gonna climb under here, and you're going to take off the one connecting steering shaft to your gearbox, just down here, and it was a number 10. So I just disconnected that. I just soaked everything with PB Blaster before, make it a little easier. So, and then now I'm on the process of, oh man, I fucked my back up a little bit ago, so I'm a little slow, sorry. In the process of taking off the upper. If you can see that right there, that nut right here, that bolt. So that is a 1/2 inch. Oops, that was the seat. I didn't fart. 1/2 inch wrench, and make sure when you're doing this, you do the old ghetto rig. Make sure you got your seatbelt on your steering wheel so that shit doesn't move, because it'll fuck stuff up apparently. So I'm gonna get that upper one off, and I will get back to you guys and let you know how that goes. I think I'm gonna paint it. Here's the shaft over here. One second. Got it laid out. Here's the new one. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna first compare. I'm gonna take out the old one and look, make sure that they match up, and before I paint, because they say that you don't get your refund if you do any alterations to it. Alterations, I'm sorry. Before, if it doesn't match up, you can't get your refund back if you did anything to it. So I will get back to you in a minute, and we'll see how this goes. All right, we're back. All right, so the next step was to take off that the upper clamp holding the steering shaft on the inside here. So took that off. As you can see, it's just dangling there now. The next step is to, that thing's called a pinch bolt, sorry. And then the next step is to remove the remove firewall boot from original shaft assembly by cutting the metal clamps, and hold the accordion boot to the factory shaft and remove. Before that, it says right here, and remove the upper shaft assembly with the firewall boot seal. So what I did is, that's where it is here. I don't know if you can really tell from this angle. Hold on. It's horrible. You can't see worth shit. Yeah, this is gonna be the best angle. If you can see down here, I have the boot, and basically you just pull that away from the firewall. Pull it away, and then you could probably, I'm assuming you push that one on the other side. There's one on the inner too, if you can see the rubber that I'm touching right here. So here's the outer one, which you're gonna have to take off and reassemble. You reinstall that with the shaft off. So I'm gonna take those off and get back to you. All right, quick update for those of you guys who are looking to see how you get that boot off. This side has a boot on it underneath. It kind of just fits perfectly in this little egg shaped, I guess it would be, on this side. And you kind of just, in order to get it off, you just get your fingers underneath and kind of wedge them in and just pull as hard as you can. It'll pop off. It'll pop out from that side, and then you get. But first, on the firewall on the engine side, you got to take a boot off. So then all I did was twist it just right, and it slid right through. And you can see. Sorry, let me get in here. I'm trying not to fuck my back up too. And the shaft, I can't really see. The shaft is right here, and it's just coming on down. So I'm just gonna lower it down from the bottom and take it out, go compare it to the other one, and get this other one installed. This shit's pretty easy. Okay, finally got that sucker out. I had to do some twisting and some turning around the to get that boot past the AC line or whatever that is. It looks like a coolant line, but it's finally out, and here's the comparison. It looks like it's gonna fit just fine. You can extend the Borgeson shaft to meet the size that you need. So those lock nuts at the top are what I'm gonna have to take off. These, and it's gonna slide into the slide that through the firewall. I gotta take these boots off somehow. I'm not really too sure how to get those off. I might have to take this upper assembly off or something, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna paint this while I'm trying to get those boots off and let it dry, and we'll come back from there. Okay, this is what I thought it was. All I did was grab a hold of here, the base here is where it attaches to the inside of by the brake pedal. Grab a hold of this, hold it like this, hit it with a ball peen right on this guy, and that took it right off. So I can now slip this accordion off and take the boots off, and then I replaced those boots, and I just spray painted it, keep it from rusting, and then we're gonna get it back in there, let it dry for a couple minutes and get it back in. Okay, so I got that off, that disconnected, and I got it painted. I got the boot back on, and here's what happens. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. So this boot, remember how I said you have to take the other side off first and then pull this out? Well, I was incorrect. You could just pull this whole thing out. To put it back in as well, it's a good idea to put the two back together and then slide it in from this side. I couldn't. I was trying to get in on the other side and slide them back together, and it's impossible. It's got to fit, these little tabs got to fit in there, and you got to do it from this side. So just put them together, then slide it in this way, and it'll be cool. Then what you do is you take this upper assembly off, and you know it's this one because it slides in with a it's like more like a hexagon, or not hexagon, rectangle, and the other side is splined for your gearbox. So you got to back off this screw, set screw, and then slide your shaft in there. I did it from the bottom. I went from the bottom all the way up the same way I pulled it out. So it slides in the correct location, and now it wants me to connect the top here back onto the shaft, and then connect that to the steering wheel. I'll get back to you after that. The next step is to attach it to the gearbox. So, all right. So next thing, you got the shaft connected up top, right? And then you bring this part down with the splines on it, and you connect it to your gearbox right here with these splines, and give it a good push. It's a little sticky. If you want to grease it up, you can, but I wouldn't suggest doing it right yet, because you're gonna have to cut a notch in your shaft. So there's a set screw right there, you can see, and that's what's gonna hold this onto your gearbox. But what you're gonna need to do is tighten that, tighten that down, so that you're gonna have, let me see if this will focus. Oh man, this is really, all right, hold on. Let's get some light in there. All right, focus on this. All right, if you can see up there, I've notched it down. I've cranked that set screw down, and it's left a little circle there. That's going to tell you where that set screw is sitting on their splines, and then you're going to just you're going to put that notch in there, and that's what I'm going to do. Is hold on a second, let me get from under here. Oh yeah, my back's feeling good. I'm going to use my Dremel and just use probably one of these stones, probably one of this guy or something. So we'll see. I'm gonna use that, grind it down, and let you know. Alright, so the new shaft is installed. I go ahead and ground that down with my Dremel. This guy here, I used this bit. It was actually pretty easy. Just ground that sucker down, and then slid the shaft bag over it and tightened that lock nut and screw. And I'm gonna give it another blast of paint just to make sure it doesn't rust. And then I'm gonna go for a test drive. All right, we'll report back in a minute. All right, well, the shaft is in, tightened up, Loctite on everything. Taking it for a test drive, and holy cow, this is a huge difference. 1 second. Is a huge difference. I can feel already. It tightened up my steering so much. I did a couple other things in the steering. Not only just this shaft, but I did a whole new rebuild on the front end. Mopar tie rod ends, and the whole upgraded steering assembly. I put dual stabilizers in, dual dampers, put new sway bar bushings, and what else did I do? Shoot, I can't remember what else. I think that's it. So I think that all this together made for one heck of a upgrade. I used to feel a huge clunk in my gas pedal and my brake. It was getting super bad. It was like anytime I'd come to a stop or start, I mean, even while driving, it would just be like really bad. It would just clunk, and like I could feel it through my gas pedal and everything like that, and it feels like that's gone, and it feels like everything's just tight as could be. I'm just going through neighborhoods right now. I don't think I mean, I I would assume that, I heard somewhere that you can tighten up the steering box with an Allen key. I don't know, there's a nut in there that you can tighten with the Allen key, but I don't think I was feeling around. I didn't feel anything like that, but just this shaft is made of, I mean, it must be, the other one must be just flopping around or something inside. I heard that because it's two separate units, the inner shaft goes in and like bonks around on the outer shaft, and that's why it causes that that clunking feeling in your steering wheel and your gas pedals. Man, I tell you what, if you don't have that yet and you got this truck, and you're gonna get it once that shaft starts going to shit, and it is the worst annoying thing that you can ever have in your steering, and your steering gets all loose and sloppy, and this feels tight as could be now. Like, it feels like I'm driving a sports car. I mean, it's beautiful. So that's my update. If you guys have any other questions, I'm gonna post this on Cummins forum for you guys. And oh yeah, this shaft cost me about $265. I got it from Amazon on Prime. It was a little bit cheaper in certain areas, like $240 or something like that. But I got it with Prime so I can get it 2-day, because I was just getting worried about that other shaft. I felt like it was gonna break. It's so shitty. So yeah, leave a like if you like this video, and I appreciate it. Talk to you later.